So when you say building, you're talking about actual customization building.
Yeah.
No. It's not customization, because we don't like to build only one solution that only works for you.
Okay.
What we're trying to build is functionality that's scalable across every organization.
Based on client demand. Though.
Exactly.
Right. Oh,
so
I
a
see.
client that has a very specific demand, so this company Bill's talking about with objections, yes, they wanted an objections module, and we worked very closely with them to make sure the solution resolved their issues. But that same solution is scalable to any other business with an objection against their claims as well.
Within that jurisdiction.
Yeah,
It's
within that jurisdiction.
Yeah, for anyone that can buy that now on the platform.
Yeah, I want to get into some of this onboarding a specific jurisdiction, and because I think that's an important topic. But Claire, I wanted to actually bring you in here because I wanted to understand the reverse, the old way of doing it. Can you sort of paint a picture? And I mean, PX4 is the guest on here, so it's a shameless plug in some ways. But I'm actually trying to understand the process that would have been used, but also then how PX4 even technically plugged into what you needed.
Yeah. And it's so a lot of times you'll find within a mixture of junior mining companies as well as just bigger players, you've got a mixture of their ability to manage their assets well. And, more and more there's greater risk to the changes within the legislation as well as changes within each jurisdiction and the stakeholders that you're working with. So, I've come across a few different people that have definitely managed in different ways. You got the good old boys that have followed it like it's been doing for the longest time, which is Excel spreadsheets. You're working off of just paper, memory, even if it's for a smaller project in general. But you're risking everything to maintain it through that. You're not hitting your compliance. You're not even able to report on all of the connections that you've made, all of the updates to even just agreements in general. So you've got people playing at that level, and then you've got people playing at a level where the specific land management system they're using it's not staying up to date, and it's very general, it's broad. The workflows within it aren't being used for each jurisdiction, where here, so you can use a US jurisdiction, but they're diving more into the regulations and the legislation in each state, so in each province. And so it's definitely more personalized to the jurisdiction at least. And they've got the flexibility within that to build that with you and help you lead with them in the build.
So just to jump in, we have 20 jurisdictions now around the world. We've got a huge roadmap of more. And we don't know where that will stop. But of that 20, what that means is we have the Mining Act for each and every one of those 20 now embedded within our workflow engine, driving the specificity that we talk about for Minnesota, we talk about for Alaska, we talk about, BC will have it, Ontario, Quebec. It's absolutely their act, taken out, put in our engine, and you can hit the button for BC, you can hit the button for Quebec, you can hit the button for Minnesota. It's specific to that title.
And that's what's rare about, I would say, this program in general, is you don't find that. They're looking at a very kind of broader placeholder for where people can put in agreements, put in licenses, and get some type of action result back.
Right.
Where this is a little bit more intuitive. It thinks on its own. And once you build it, it will script you into being able to perform any tasks that you need within that jurisdiction.
So